The United Nations at 80 and the UN Convention on the Sale of Goods. I'm Steve Hendrix for your Global Minute. Today we have a special guest, Steve Richman, a senior attorney at Clark Hill and American Bar Association representative to the United Nations. Welcome to the show. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about the UN Convention on the Sale of Goods.
The United Nations Convention on Contracts for the International Sale of Goods is a mouthful, but it really is a UN-developed treaty that many nations have signed on to. This is of direct benefit, not just to the big corporations, but even to small businesses. Many small companies and startups want to export, and they need to understand how they do business with other entities for the sale of their goods around the world. This treaty, this convention, this document provides a legal basis to provide some certainty, remedies, and a good understanding that is not dependent on one nation's laws or another. In some ways, it helps level the playing field for companies doing business overseas. And it's one of the examples of the nitty-gritty aspects of the United Nations that don't always make the headlines.
Is the United States a signatory to this agreement?
It is since January 1st, 1988. And most countries that we deal with are. One notable exception is the United Kingdom. But it provides an alternative to one nation's laws over another so that nobody feels they have to be under somebody else's law. They're under this generally accepted global treaty for nations that have signed on to it and have businesses within them.
And I assume that creates jobs and income here in Wisconsin and around the United States.
Most states have a district export council, which the U.S. Department of Commerce uses to encourage exports. So yes, indirectly, it's of benefit to companies looking to do business overseas. If they can't get an agreement on whose law will govern their contract, the United Nations Contracts Convention does provide that.
Well, that's fascinating. Thank you to Steve Richman, our special guest today from the law firm of Clark Hill. I'm Steve Hendrix. This has been your Global Minute.